Alright guys, welcome to part 2 and the final part of the top 30 worst movies of 2018. Well, let's continue on. Now we are on the top 10. Number 10, Action Point with Johnny Knoxville. One of the most painfully unfunny films I've ever sat through. Granted, the only good thing about this film that has going for it is Johnny Knoxville doing all of his own stunts. You know, I'll give him that. But it was much. I mean, I thought it was going to be more like, you know, Bad Grandpa and things like that. But it was not really the same thing like that. About Johnny Knoxville trying to open up the most dangerous park ever, and it's just there was nothing to this film. It was painfully unfunny as well. Number 9, Escape Plan 2. Nope. I can't do it. Can't do it. 8. The 1517 to Paris. A very disappointing film that I was really looking forward to. But, you know, hey, Clint Eastwood did it. It's based on a true story. But, like, you know, they got the actual people who were involved in the actual real-life event. They got them to be actors in the film, which I thought was an interesting idea. You know, they did the best they could, but, you know, tons of dialogue problems, a lot of bad direction, and this movie could have been so much better, and it just failed miserably, beyond belief. 7. I Feel Pretty with Amy Schumer. Basically, a lame version of Shallow Hal, in my opinion. Shallow Hal is a far better movie than this. Because I'm not a fan of Amy Schumer. I just don't like the way Amy Schumer for some reason rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what I mean. I'm just not a fan of hers. You know, I hated Snatched. You know, I only saw Trainwreck once, and I don't really remember too much about it. So maybe I have to give that another look. But I hated her in Snatched. I did not like her in this movie. I'd say Snatch is way worse than this movie, but still. You know, her trying to do PG-13, it just did not work. Did not work at all. Number 6. This was a film that I remember when I first saw it. I'm like, you know, I don't think it's great, but it's I know a lot of people hate this movie and things like that, but I'm like, I tell you what, the more I thought about this film, I'm like, what am I thinking? This movie's just awful. Number 6 is Venom. Just like the movie says, it's a turd in the wind. And it really is a turd in the wind. Horrible CGI, Tom Hardy's doing the best he can, but everyone else is wasted. You know, and it's a shame because I like Ruben Fleischer, and because I really enjoy Zombieland. And I'm really looking forward to Zombieland 2 in 2019. I really hope he delivers really big with that. I'm hoping so. You know, I think Venom is just a big misfire. I know it was a film I was looking forward to because I'm like, oh yeah, wow, Tom Hardy is Venom. You know, cool. You know, he's easily the best part of the movie, but he still has nothing to work with. Just horrible CGI and tons of problems with this film. I can go on and on about. Number 5, The Predator. They turned Predator into a joke. They really turned the Predator into a joke. Thomas Jane, who's in this film, deserves way better than this. He can't get a Punisher sequel, but he gets this, The Predator. Thank you, Shane Black, for, you know, with Shane Black behind this film, you thought this film has to be good. He was in the original Predator as an actor. And he worked on some of the stuff on Predator. And I really enjoyed The Nice Guys that he directed with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. This, I don't know what went horribly wrong with this. I mean, I like some of the cast members. You know, Keegan-Michael Key, I like from Key and Peele. You know, Thomas Jane. So, Thomas Jane, he can't get a Punisher sequel, but he gets this. Come on now, man. Number 4, The Nun. Easily the second worst, or third worst horror film that I saw this year. Just very forgettable. I think it's safe to say, at this point, stop making Conjuring spin-off films. Unless they're in the hands of people like David F. Sandberg or Mike Flanagan. Because, Mike Flanagan did Ouija Origin of Evil. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that, sorry. Because that's the different franchise. I meant, like, the Conjuring spin-offs. John R. Leonetti did not do well. Oh, well, you know what? Did he do that? Oh, no, I'm getting the directors mixed up. Mike Flanagan, I don't know who did the first Ouija, but that was an awful horror film. And then Mike Flanagan came along and did Ouija Origin of Evil. Which I thought was a far better film. Here, for Annabelle Creation, John R. Leonetti, who did Mortal Kombat Annihilation, more like Mortal Kombat Abomination, and I think The Butterfly Effect 2 got him, because he was a cinematographer on the first Conjuring, and he failed miserably with Annabelle. And then Annabelle Creation came along, and then you had, David F. Sandberg. I think that's, what, I'm really getting it mixed up. I just want to be sure I'm not screwing that up. Because if I am, then it's going to be like, ugh. Okay, Annabelle Creation was David Sandberg. I think it's safe to say at this point, stop making Conjuring spin-offs unless they're put in the hands of a really capable director like David F. Sandberg. Just please stop with the spin-offs, because they're not doing well. Besides Annabelle Creation, I did not like Annabelle, and I did not like The Nun. It's just as simple as that. 3, Slender Man. I don't want to talk about it. Number 2, Truth or Dare. Easily the worst horror film I saw this year. Slender Man was a close second, but Truth or Dare was the worst horror film I saw this year. Just dumb stuff. I don't want to talk about it. And the number 1 worst movie of the year is 50 Shades Freed. I don't want to talk about it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my top 30 worst movies of the year. I hope you enjoyed both lists, the best and worst, and hope you guys all have a great New Year, and whatever time you're seeing this, be New Year's Eve or things like that. So, hope you guys have a great New Year. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. You guys take care.